The world paused in awe as history unfolded in the heart of the Vatican. Millions of people, from all corners of the globe, watched with anticipation. The air was thick with expectation as the College of Cardinals gathered inside the Sistine Chapel, ready to make a choice that would shape the future of the Catholic Church. Every moment felt sacred, every second carrying the weight of history. For days, the cardinals engaged in deep prayer and discussion, seeking divine guidance to choose the right leader. The faithful gathered in St. Peter's Square, their eyes locked on the chimney that would reveal the long-awaited sign. Each time black smoke rose, signaling that no decision had been made, murmurs of disappointment rippled through the crowd. Yet, there was patience. This was no ordinary choice. It was a moment that required wisdom, reflection, and faith. Then, at last, the turning point arrived. A plume of white smoke billowed into the sky, igniting a wave of cheers and tears. The bells of St. Peter's Basilica rang in joyous celebration, their chimes echoing across the city. The world stood still, hearts pounding with a single question. Who had been chosen to lead 1.3 billion Catholics into a new era? The anticipation reached its peak as the senior cardinal deacon stepped onto the grand balcony. Silence fell over the square. Then, in a voice that would be remembered for generations, he announced, "Habemus Papam." We have a pope. The name that followed sent shockwaves of excitement across the world. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle. It was a groundbreaking moment. Cardinal Tagle was not only a devoted servant of the Church, but he was also the first pope from the Philippines. For centuries, the leadership of the Catholic Church had remained in Europe. Now, for the first time, a voice from Asia had been called to guide the faithful. This was a moment of pride, not just for Filipinos, but for Catholics everywhere. Born in Manila in 1957, Luis Antonio Tagle's journey to the papacy was one of humility, faith, and unwavering devotion. He grew up in a modest household, raised with strong values of kindness and service. His deep connection to his faith led him to priesthood in 1982, setting him on a path that would eventually lead to the highest office in the Church. As Bishop of Habemus, he was known for his compassion and accessibility. He walked among the people, listening to their struggles, offering guidance, and leading with a heart full of love. When he was appointed Archbishop of Manila in 2011, his influence expanded, but his humility never wavered. He was a leader who did not seek power, but rather one who embraced service. In 2012, Pope Benedict XVI elevated him to the rank of cardinal, recognizing his wisdom and dedication to the Church. Throughout his ministry, Cardinal Tagle championed the message of inclusivity, love, and care for the poor. His values aligned closely with those of Pope Francis, emphasizing a church that walks alongside its people, especially the marginalized. His ability to speak with warmth and sincerity made him one of the most beloved leaders in the Catholic community. As news of his election spread, the Philippines erupted in joy. Church bells rang in celebration, people took to the streets, and prayers of gratitude filled the air. From the vibrant city of Manila to the quietest villages, Filipinos rejoiced, embracing the moment with faith and pride. But this moment was far bigger than just one nation. Pope Tagle's election, taking the name Pope Francis II, signified a transformation within the Catholic Church. It reflected the growing strength of the faith in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, regions where Catholicism had flourished in recent decades. His leadership marked a turning point, welcoming a more diverse and global perspective into the heart of the Church. When Pope Francis II stepped forward onto the balcony for the first time, the world fell silent. His expression was calm, his presence filled with humility. With a steady voice, he spoke words of unity, hope, and love. He called for a renewed commitment to compassion, justice, and faith in a changing world. His message resonated deeply, not only with Catholics but with people of all backgrounds and beliefs. His election was not just a change in leadership. It was a symbol of the Church's evolution. It was a reminder that faith knows no borders, and that the future of Catholicism embraces all people, regardless of nationality. Pope Francis II represented a church that was listening, growing, and opening its arms to the world. Celebrations erupted worldwide. In the Philippines, his image was displayed in churches, homes, and public spaces. His story became an inspiration, a testament to the power of faith, humility, and dedication. As Pope Francis II began his sacred mission, the world looked on with hope. What changes would he bring? How would he navigate the challenges of modern times? Only time would reveal the answers. But one thing was certain. History had been made. The Catholic Church had entered a new chapter, guided by a leader of profound compassion and vision. It was a moment the world would never forget, the moment when the Church embraced its future with open arms and infinite possibilities.